You sexy guys and girls, how you all doing? And thank you for viewing another one of my new Sideshow collectible items. I spent more on this item than I can possibly imagine, but I feel that it's worth it. It is a holy grail piece. It is the 1-to-1 scale Predator bust. Extremely difficult, extremely rare. And I'm very, very proud to own it now. Just like the TX bus, I never thought I'd be able to own it. This was produced in 2004 and limited to only 1,000 worldwide. So extremely, extremely happy to win my bid on eBay. I did lose the bid, but thankfully the guy who won it actually didn't have enough money, and he wanted to pay in instalments but didn't tell the seller. So the guy come back to me and said, would you like to buy it? And I said, yes, of course, I'd love to buy it. So here it is sitting here now, and would you believe it, it was only 5 minutes down the road from me. So the Predator was there just waiting for me to get hold of. He didn't want to give it up, but I said I'll look after it, and absolutely I will. So here we go, let's zoom out for you. There we are, this awesome, awesome piece. I'm sorry about the light on the left hand side, you can't actually see the other side of his face. Let's see if I can turn it around for you a little bit better, so you can get a rough idea. No, you still can't see him fully. It's a drizzly, horrible day outside, and yeah, spoiling it. Well, the first thing I noticed, obviously, when I got hold of this was how stunning it is. Videos show how good they are, but once you've got them in person, you cannot, you know, imagine how good they are. If you zoom in, the first thing that I noticed, obviously, are the eyes. Stunning pieces of work, acrylic eyes. There's actually sort of like reptile scales around where the whites of eyes will be. Then you've got the iris and the pupil with the sort of red veiny bits going around them as well. Absolutely stunning. And then obviously the bit that it got a high plaudits for was the detail in the mouth. See the veins popping out underneath. There's about 4 layers of paint inside that mouth by 4 various different colours of veins, and it looks absolutely stunning. It's wet, it's glossy, and the one bit that, you know, everyone knows about, and if you can see it there, you can see it, the drool. There's drool that hangs underneath the mouth. There's another one there as well, and there, and obviously you've got it on one of the top of the mandrills as well. There we go. Absolutely fantastic how they done that. I don't know how they done it. It's absolutely awesome. I wish I had that on my Predalien bust. It would have made it a bit more lifelike. But this is the only one that done it. There is a wolf bust out and there is a berserker bust out. Sadly, either one of them doesn't have that either. It's such a shame, really. I'm sure with all the appliances and know-how that Sideshow could have done that on the others too. But anyway, I haven't got those two. I've got this one, so I'm pleased to actually have that sort of extras and detail on it. The paint job is absolutely awesome altogether on this. If you can look at the sort of the leopard print of it all. There we go. And that is also goes all the way up. There's many various different colours, and if I can just stand up a moment and have a look for you. There we go. You can get a rough idea of how good it looks. Look at the colours and the lighting. Absolutely stunning. You can, if I zoom in, you can see all the wrinkles on the skin. There's wrinkles all over the place. Absolutely brilliant all the way. And then you've got the frown. You can see more and more lines as you go down towards the teeth section and around the eyes as well. So the detail that has gone in and the workmanship is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, as we all know, Sideshow make items. They make a main version prop item. They send it over to China, and then the factories work on it to copy on it and then send it back. Sometimes factories can let you down, the items can be a bit darker, the colours are not as good. But this one is a serious case of, as I heard one guy say, they don't make them like they used to, and they really don't, because this is exactly the same as shown on the website. It's absolutely perfect, and for the price that it commands, which is over £1,000, I would say, yeah, it deserves to be exactly what we say it is. It's absolutely awesome. It's a huge piece. To give you a rough idea, this is sort of my remote control. There we go. Or even more so, my hand. You know, my hand just about, you know, fits in. So that's how big it is. And if you've seen one of my answers video, you'll see it sitting next to me. You get a rough idea as well. Now, obviously the only downside issue to this one, and it's only a minor issue, is the dreads. The dreads on the Wolf Sideshow Collectible are sort of silicone based and all separate, and they hang off the head. They look absolutely awesome. They're lovely colours. They've got bracelets around the hair. Well, so this one, they are just sculpted on, and it's hollow sort of inside polystone, with the bracelets obviously not being as effective or as well painted on them. But neither the say the less, you know, it's a minor flaw in what is an amazing piece, and I'm not going to go on about it and say that's a major disappointment, because there's so many good plus points in this bust, and I can't really say how good it is until you actually saw it in person. My friend saw it the other day, and straight away, you know, he was blown away by the Pred Alien, but then he turned around and looked at this and realised the detail on it. There you see the back armour on it, and then obviously all the dreads hanging over the back of the head in different areas, and so also back of part of the skin also. Obviously the Wolf bust just has the head. I'm glad that this one has the shoulders section as well. I do prefer it that way. And if we zoom in, you can see the rope is stuck over the body. That is real rope. And then we've got a necklace which is sort of I don't know if it's glued on or it's sculpted on, but it has loose pits, and I'm quite, you know, quite funny about this. I don't want them touched because they can snap off. This one hanging off right there. There's other pieces hanging off. Basically, it's easy to snap. There's so many pieces that you can snap off. The hair at the top is not flexible, so that can snap off too. But they are good enough to give you a whole bag of replacement spines should that horrible situation occur. But let's hope it doesn't. This is going to be on top of the cabinet. This is going to be well out of the way of fingers and hands or being knocked, and everything should stay exactly as it is. The only one thing that, you know, I don't have a huge issue with the dreadlocks. The one thing I don't like really is having the Predator sort of sign on the front of it. It's quite big, and you can't get it off, and obviously if you take it off you're going to ruin the bust and lose the value and the money. But I'm not keen on that myself. I know it's the Predator bust. I would have preferred it without it, like all the other bus models that are out there, or have it as a separate piece that you can just put aside to the side or the front or whatever you prefer. Other pits, we got the, it looks, I mean, it's amazing really. It does look like leather straps, doesn't it? This piece here, it's done and painted so well that it looks like we've got leather straps going around. They're absolutely awesome. The paintwork on how that's done, brilliant. It fumbles me how well it is, and there's a bit of battle damage which indents in as well on the actual armour itself. Also fantastic. Again, more and more attention to detail. Sculpted on here is the neck section. It's not a separate piece which has been added on. This is sculpted on as well. All the ribs, absolutely brilliant. And obviously in even areas where you don't expect detail, there we go, look, detail underneath the chin, the wrinkles, the spot lines like the leopard, it's all there. You can't go around looking at different sections of this bust and find flaws. There just isn't any, guys. You know, you might have a little issue with the dreads, but it's a minor issue because the rest of it makes up for it. But you're being really, really picky if you go that way. I think it's absolutely awesome. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm so impressed and in awe of this item itself. I mean, look at it. It's huge. It's menacing. You're going to notice it straight away. It also an extremely large piece. And in my opinion, I know I haven't seen the other two in person, I've only seen them in video, but out of the Wolf bust and the Berserker Predator bust from Predators, this is my favourite. I would say it because I own it now, but I was looking carefully at the videos of them. I was also seeing people that own both and the comparisons side by side, and you know, thinking what should I pick. They chose this one out of the two. And of course you can look for yourself, and I just prefer the natural sort of skin colour, but by no means are the other two poor pieces. If those two become available in the future, the Berserker one is available, it is still in production, so you can buy it off the websites, but if the Wolf one come up, you know, again, I'd love to get hold of that piece as well. So it's absolutely awesome also. So there we go, this is the P1, one of so few Holy Grail pieces, Holy Grail pieces, the T800 Chrome bust, TX Terminator bust, the Wolf Predator bust, and there will be many others in the future. I can see the Predalien being another one of them in 4 or 5 years time, and possibly the Darth Vader bust as well, which is an extremely expensive model to buy, fetching over £1,100 if you don't get it through Sideshow. But this one, absolutely stunning. You know, come the day that I have to move out and move to a different place, you know, I've got to take so much care about packing this away. I don't want it touched, I don't want it knocked. You know, I'll be scared to life out of this to get it damaged. So we'll see how things go then. But at the moment, absolutely awesome. It's a great addition to my collection. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. It gave you insight in case you're after this item, you wanted to see a little bit closer on it and detail. And I can tell you, you know, it's stunning. The head itself alone, the paintwork, if I can get in as close as possible, it's got a glossy feel to it. You can see all the wrinkles, you can see the many colours off the top of the head, from the dark at the end to the light down to the front. Different sort of views of the Predator that I'll try and show you that other people haven't shown you on the top of the head from that section. Obviously you've seen it from the side. I've even seen a chap who owns the Predalien and he's put the Predator in front of it so they're facing one another, and wow, that looks stunning. I could do the same, but such is the weight of the Predalien. I just want to leave it on the stand that I've now put it on. I really don't want to move it around, it's just too damn heavy. This one, it's got a hollow inside where the body bit is, and it weighs around about £10. Quite light to shift. Just be careful because it's got so many parts that you can knock and snap off, and you know, that'll break your heart considering how much it actually costs and the detail and workmanship that's put into it. So there we go, guys. This is now my most prized possession in my Sideshow Collectables edition. I'm sure, you know, there'll be others that I will buy in the future that I will love as well, but whether or not they can be better than this one, who knows? I don't know. 3 Predator busts available. If this one tends to be too much money for you, and it is an awful lot of money, it is still in stock. There is the legendary Predator bust, which is half this size. Head's a little bit different in terms of the shape. It goes up very high from the top. I mean, it goes up like that, and these parts as well, but it looks really good. It's got a good paint job on it. The mouth is closed, but again, it looks fantastic in the style it is, and it's got a front piece to the body as well, and it goes around £300. I've seen it on videos. Very, very nice. So you can get hold of that one at the moment available. You wouldn't be disappointed. The paint job is fantastic on it also. The dreads are very, very well done on it as well. So please check that one out. Places like Forbidden Planet, Play.com if you're living in the UK, or even Sideshow itself have them available. So snap them up before they go out. They will go out of print soon because they're stunning, stunning pieces. They're just half the size, that's all. But hey, not everyone has the room to fit things like this around, so yeah, that is the best way to go. Okay guys, well me and Preddy are going to say goodbye now. Thank you very much for viewing this video. I hope it's helped in terms of you just wanting to have a look at the item itself or wanting to buy it yourself. Interested in getting hold of it. I hoped I tried to go through as much detail as possible, and less raving on, so you sort of got a rough idea of sort of the close-up views of the item itself and the detail on it. I love it to bits. It's money well spent in my opinion. I would say that I've just spent it, so I'm a bit buggered otherwise. Certainly won't be seeing this piece going for sale on eBay from me. Okay then guys, well, happy hunting if you're after it, and let me know how it goes. You take care now. Cheers.